Are you wondering how much money you'll need when it comes to buying a home here in the Okanagan? Whether you are planning to buy your first home or second home, or you are relocating from another province, there are some things that you definitely should know before going to buy your dream home. So grab a piece of paper and pen and let's get started. Hi, my name is Brandon. I'm a Kelowna realtor and first-time home buying expert with eXp Realty. Now, let's break down the costs of buying a home here in the Okanagan area. First up, let's talk about the down payment. The required down payment can vary depending on the purchase price of the property, type of land, ownership, whether it's freehold, leasehold, if the property is zoned differently, other than single-family residential. So it's very important to understand this when you are out shopping for homes. Now, the down payment is the upfront payment you will make when purchasing a home. In British Columbia, the minimum down payment is typically 5% of the purchase price for a home valued at less than $500,000, 10% for a home valued at more than $500,000, and 20% or more for a home valued at more than $1 million and more. I always recommend to my clients and prospective clients to get in touch with a mortgage broker that will calculate all these details for them. That way, when it comes time to go house hunting, you can at least relax knowing your fixed final costs and know what your ideal budget is that you would like to stay under. The next cost is a professional home inspection. You're going to want to set aside about $450 to $550 for a professional certified BC home inspection from a licensed home inspector. And if you are purchasing rural property, waterfront property, or something a little more unique, you should budget an additional $1,000 for further inspections that can include asbestos testing, pest and rodent inspection, wet certification to ensure the fireplace and chimney is safe for use and for insurance purposes, septic tank inspection, well water testing for the quality and quantity of the water on properties that are on well water, and if it's got a pool, maybe a pool inspection to get the pump looked at, the liner inspected to know exactly what you're buying. Next up is GST, the Goods and Service Tax. GST is a federal tax that is applied to most goods and services in Canada. In British Columbia, the GST is currently at 5%. When you buy a new home in British Columbia, you may be required to pay GST on the purchase price. However, there are some exemptions and rebates that may apply in certain circumstances. Sometimes builders will offer a portion of the GST as a discount or payback to the buyers, but this is on a case-by-case basis. It's always my recommendation to get independent accounting and/or legal advice to do with GST. When purchasing a new home that has never been lived in on Westbank First Nations land with a leasehold title, the 5% GST is exempt. The next cost to consider and budget for is the BC Property Transfer Tax. The general property transfer tax rate is 1% of the fair market value up to and including $200,000. 2% of the fair market value greater than $200,000 and up to and including $2 million. 3% of the fair market value greater than $2 million. I know that sounds confusing, so I'll give you a few examples to help give you a ballpark figure. On a purchase price of $1.3 million, the total property transfer tax payable would be $24,000. On a $750,000 property, the total property transfer tax payable would be $13,000. And on a $500,000 property, the total property transfer tax payable would be $8,000. And on a $350,000 property, the total property transfer tax payable would be $5,000. Now, when purchasing any property on Westbank First Nations land with a leasehold title, not only is there no GST that you have to pay, but you also don't have to pay any property transfer tax. During your real estate transaction, you will require a lawyer who practices law in British Columbia to review your contract of purchase and sale, review the title of the property you are purchasing to prepare and finalize your closing documents, and register your name and mortgage on the title. Costs for this range from $1,800 to $2,500 and more. And if you need a recommendation on a local lawyer or notary, send me a message and I'd be happy to connect you with a few trusted professionals we work with. For those of you who are considering relocating here from another province, I wanted to answer a question I get asked often. Can I have my lawyer in insert other provinces than BC represent me? So, for example, can I have my lawyer in Ontario represent me? Can I have my lawyer in Alberta represent me? The short answer is no. The closing documents have to be prepared by a lawyer or notary in BC. However, the lawyer or notary that prepares the documents here can send them to your lawyer to be signed by you in person in another province. So, for example, you're relocating from Toronto, Ontario, and you have bought a home in Kelowna. The Kelowna lawyer or notary you hire can prepare all the documents for your purchase and send them to your lawyer or notary in Toronto for you to sign there. With both the property transfer tax and GST and all these costs, it's always a great idea to sit down and calculate your total costs of purchasing before making an offer with your real estate agent and or mortgage company. You want to ensure you have excess funds for everything you'll require when it comes to pulling the trigger and making an offer on your dream home. I have saved the best for last. Are you aware that you can work with a realtor in British Columbia at no cost to you when you're buying a home? That's right, you can take advantage of expert advice and representation through the home purchase process, all at no cost to you. You might be wondering how this is possible. It's simple. When a property is listed on the MLS multiple listing service, the seller must offer a commission for the buyer's agent, which is paid directly by the seller. This means that you can work with the agent of your choice without having to worry about any additional fees. So don't miss out on this opportunity to get expert guidance and support as you navigate the home buying process. Find a realtor you trust and start working with them today. It won't cost you a thing. And if you need any assistance at all with finding, buying, and negotiating the best price and terms for your Okanagan dream home, give me a call at 250-212-5672 or send me an email at brandon@brandongrass.com. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening to our latest podcast episode. The Brandon Grass team is who you need when it comes to buying, selling, and relocating in the Kelowna area. Be sure to visit our website where you can find expert resources, in-depth blog posts, informative videos, real estate listings, and more at brandongrass.com. Again, my name is Brandon Grass, and I sincerely hope you got a ton of value from this podcast. If you are considering moving to or within Kelowna or the surrounding areas, I would love to know how my team and I could help you. The Brandon Grass team offers a wide range of real estate and relocation services to make your move as smooth as possible. So feel free to contact us for more information, or if you have any questions or need assistance with planning your next move. My personal cell number is 250-212-5672, or you can email me at brandon@brandongrass.com. Thank you so much for listening to the Living Kelowna Podcast, and have a great day.